What's going on, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. We're live today. On a Friday. And we've got Lambo Drew. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. G-Trader's already in the house. G-Trader is already in the house. What's going on, my brother? Listen, it's going to be a good one today. We've got my brother Lambo Drew in the house, y'all. We're about to bring him on. I just wanted to let everybody know, you know, we got 24 people watching already. I need y'all to like this video right now. I need y'all to comment. Let me know where y'all are commenting from. Let me know where you're watching from. Antonio Harris already in the building from St. Kitts and Nevis in the building. Passive Profit Tools says, big up, bro. What's going on, my brother? If y'all haven't seen my interview with Passive Profit Tools, my sit down and talk with my brother Darren, y'all go and check that out. It is on his channel. Y'all make sure y'all watch that. We got 23 people watching right now. We ought to have 23 likes on this video. What's going on, y'all? We got Lambo Drew in the building today on a Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is impromptu. I already know. You don't have to tell me. I know I didn't tell anybody. I know. But, you know, I have to bring Lambo Drew on the show, ladies and gentlemen. He means so much in this space. Y'all don't even understand. He means so much to me. And we've got to get him on the show just to talk to the people. I know there's so many people that want to hear from him. I know there are so many people that have seen me on his show. And I'm like, ain't no way we can go on and keep going on his show and we don't bring him on our channel. You know, we can't do that. This is what it's all about. Crypto Dad in the building. What's up? Checking in from PA, right up the street. Waco, Texas in the house. What's up, Show Joe? Blue skies in the building. Remember, I call you green sky now. Let's turn these skies from blue to green. You already know. Blessings, everyone. Shout out. Thank you for joining. We got 30 people watching right now, which means we should have 30 likes on this video. Let's make sure we give Lambo Drew a hell of a entrance. We want to let him know how important he is in the space. We want to let him talk his talk, and we want to talk to him about what his thoughts are on the space, you know? He's another person that's out here doing the thing, but not only in this space, ladies and gentlemen, he brings so much value in mindset training, in business training, just so much he knows about. And he's just been pouring his network into the community. All the different people that he has on his show, ladies and gentlemen, heavy hitters, ladies and gentlemen, heavy hitters every single time. Lambo does not miss. He does not miss. You know how they say batting 300 is good in baseball? Lambo would be a legend of legends. He is the legend of legends, ladies and gentlemen. We're just so excited to have him on the show. Listen, we're going to have him come on in about 8 minutes, y'all. We're going to be prompt with this one. We're going to bring him in at 11 o'clock. So we don't want y'all to miss it. So y'all got 8 minutes to let people know, hey, Lambo Drew is going to be on the BOJ channel today, y'all. We got 31 people. Let's like this video. Let's share this video. Put a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. We got Cecil from Arizona. What's going on, Cecil? Thank you for joining us. Passive Income Croc is in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Get everybody. Get forward. Let's go. Peace, bro, from Philly. Iron Fist Dorsey. Shout out to Iron Fist Dorsey from Philly. Right up the road. Philly cranking that crypto. PA is cranking that crypto. Y'all already know, man. This is amazing. We got a lot of people tuning in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Listen, if you haven't already seen in the description of this video, we're going live with Lambo Drew today. We're going live with Lambo Drew today. Some of y'all don't even understand how big that is, but you will. You'll understand it. As they say in church, you'll understand it better by and by. Well, minute by minute, you'll understand. As you watch him speak, if you listen to his words, man, he's just an amazing person. And he gives me my props. I'm sitting there like, dude, you're a legend, bro. You're a legend. Let's go. We got Lambo Drew on the show, y'all. We got 36 people watching this video right now. That means we need to get 36 likes. Go ahead and hit that like button. I'm sitting here telling y'all, and I ain't done it myself. Let me go ahead and hit that like button. Let's go. Rashid Next Level's in the building. My brother, great morning to you as well. It's just a beautiful Friday. You know how it is. We got Vaughn in the building from Winnipeg, Canada. Shout out to Winnipeg, Canada. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Love seeing how many people are tuning in from all over the world. Listen, wherever you are in the world, you do not want to miss this, ladies and gentlemen. We got Lambo Drew in the building today. And I know some of you may have been asking, this question just popped up in my head, like, Lambo Drew, wonder why they call him Lambo Drew. You know, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him why they call him Lambo Drew. I want to see what kind of answer he gives or what the answer is. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 43 people. Don't forget to like this video. Listen, we are not financial advisors in this space at all. I'm not your financial advisor. Lambo is not your financial advisor. Whatever we say on this video is not financial advice, ladies and gentlemen. We're just showing you guys how we're cranking out that crypto and the many different plays that we have, as Lambo is well diversified, not only in this space, but in business as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're getting a treat, y'all. I know we're getting a treat, all right? So excited. If you like this content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because, you know what I'm saying, we don't want to stop doing stuff like this, right? We want to keep it going. We're 16,000 strong, y'all. Can you believe it? 16,000 strong. All thanks to you guys, man. I really appreciate all the love and support you have shown this channel. And people like Lambo Drew have been very instrumental to my growth, not only on this channel, but as a man, as a person. So we're excited to have Lambo Drew on today. We got 5 minutes till we have him on. We're going to be prompt today, y'all. We ain't going to be on CP time, y'all. We're going to be prompt and ready to go at 11 a.m., ladies and gentlemen, so you don't want to miss it. We got a couple questions. Why NOVATECH stopped using coin payments? I believe it was a business move. Me personally, I believe it was something that they decided there was another method that is better. Of course, there's transitional moments and things that happen, so we have to deal with what goes on with that, but those aren't negative things. Those are just transitioning into more positive things. And as far as NOVATECH is concerned, I am excited to hear what Cynthia Petition is going to say at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, I believe, is the 17th. All right. And no, y'all don't want to miss that. All right. So I would hold all my questions. I'm gonna wait till I hear from leadership, and you know, leadership reflects attitude. So we're gonna see how that goes with NOVATECH is concerned. But we're not talking about NOVATECH as it is right now. We're here to bring on Lambo Drew, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be started with this in about 4 minutes. It is 10:56 a.m. Eastern. We're gonna get started at 11 a.m. and we don't want to be late for this one. All right. We want to be punctual because we got Lambo Drew on the show, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all don't know who Lambo Drew is, you will soon find out. You will soon find out. This is an amazing gentleman. This is the person that I consider a mentor of mine. As much as he says that I've shown him, man, I've learned more from him in the last year than I think I care to explain to anybody else. I'm still learning. All right. Bill H. Travels and Trade. It's good to see you, man. Congrats, man. Appreciate it to you. Thank you. I meant to say thank you. I'm very appreciative of you. Passive Profit Tool says 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. GMT for Nova. Boom, that's right. Bill Hamlin from Be More. That's right. From right up the road. Listen, we got Lambo Drew. We got Lambo Drew coming on in 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 3 minutes. I sip my OJ. 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We got 44 people watching right now, which means we should have 44 likes on this video. We want to have as many people as we can have on this live, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going to be a big one. We've got Lambo Drew, and we're going to do it how we do it, man. That's my guy. So we're going to sit and we're going to have a good conversation, whatever he wants to talk about. Of course, we got the comment section going up. So if there's anything that y'all want to talk about, anything you guys want to ask Lambo Drew, some of you know him, some of you may not. I'll give him a chance to tell you all who he is. And then, you know, I'm telling y'all what he means to me in this space right now. He is a huge, huge mentor to me in this space, not only in the crypto passive space, but also the mindset training space, and also the business space, and making sure that things are squared away the way that I need them to be as I move forward. He's very instrumental in that. And he's always, always, always bringing so much fire on his show, y'all. I can't even put into the next 2 minutes how much that means. So we're gonna try in the next over hour or so to see how this goes. And you know, I'm just excited. Y'all can tell I'm excited. Crypto Passive Income says, great morning. Two great guys in the same place. You already know. You already know. You already know. It's 10:59, y'all. We're about to get Lambo Drew in here. If you have not liked this video yet, y'all, please make sure you go ahead and do that. Please make sure you go ahead and do that. All right. We're about to have Lambo Drew on in about 60 seconds, y'all, maybe even sooner than that. Because, you know, we rather even get started early than get started late. We're going to have Lambo Drew. This means a whole lot to me personally. And of course, I can't keep coming on his show and he ain't been on my channel. Come on, man. That's not how we roll. That's not how we roll. So let's make sure we are a great community. Let's make sure we rally around. Y'all let him know how much you love him in the comment section as he comes on, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge deal for us here at BOJ. We're excited to have him as he was excited to have me. So let's welcome him the right way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just waiting to see his name pop up in my participants on the Zoom, and we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling, y'all. And I hope I sent him the right link, but I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. We're going to go ahead and we're going to find that out. If anybody has any questions, make sure y'all, as he's talking, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'll be able to hear him and see him here on my Zoom. It's a little small bit of delay, but other than that, we're going to be rocking and rolling. It's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock, y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited. We got Lambo Drew in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all give it up. I want to see everybody, if you can put a clapping emoji or just write clap. If you want to put your own applause in the chat, let's go ahead and bring up Lambo Drew. Y'all see him as his government name right now as we're waiting on him to pop up in the screen. Let's see if I've already admitted him, but we're going to be waiting for him to show up. And Lambo, if you can hear me, let me know you can hear me. You're not muted. So we're just waiting on some picture, man, but we're excited to have you.
I can hear you, BOJ, my guy.
Lambo Drew is in the house, y'all.
Tapped in.
Lambo Drew's in the house, y'all. Y'all give it up for Lambo Drew as we get our picture together. Hey, man, we're excited to have you. We have spent the last 10 minutes just you know, giving you your flowers, and of course we're gonna give them to you while you're here. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. The comments are already going crazy to hear from Lambo Drew today, so we'll be patient. I don't know if you planned on having your camera up or not.
I definitely do. This is my system going on ahead and resetting and updating on this one. This is hilarious.
It's all good. You know, technology is great when it works, right?
Yeah. It's always great when it works, man.
That's right. Well, while we're waiting on that, we've got a whole bunch of applause. We've got, you know, our guy Larry. Larry's in the building. Shout out to my guy Larry. Some of y'all know him as Coach Andrew. Does that sound right, Coach?
Man, they already know Coach Drew, man. That sounds just about right, man. This is hilarious.
That's awesome, man. We got a whole lot of applause in the building. We've got applause and emojis. We got the words clap. We even got a soul clap in the comments today, brother.
A soul clap?
We got a soul clap. Shout out to Blue Sky for the soul clap. We got a legit soul clap. So while we're waiting on Lambo, if there's any questions that y'all know y'all want to get out the way, we can always come back to those questions as we get started. But we're just excited to have you today, man, in whatever capacity we can have you. You know, if it's just the voice for now, it's just the voice. But there is a question. I don't know if you want to answer this right now or if you want to do an intro for yourself, but you know, people always ask, and I'm sure they've asked you, the new people that meet you, why do you call yourself Lambo Drew?
Man, that's the lifestyle that I live. That's the lifestyle that I've been giving out. So they turned around, man. They always adopted that name to me, man. Shout out to my guy, Revenue, man, a little minute ago. And next minute, you know, man, you just start living that lifestyle. It catches up with you. You'll be surprised. It doesn't take much. It just takes you and everything, man, to keep being consistent at doing what you're doing and providing the service that you provide out here.
That's right. That's right. Y'all clap it up for that. I want to know that y'all heard that, right? I want to make sure that y'all could hear that. Could y'all hear that? Could y'all hear that response? Y'all put a Lambo in the chat if y'all could hear that response to that question. I just want to make sure that the sound is right. We've got we've got another maybe this will help.
All right, we're in good shape now.
Okay, cool.
I can leave this one.
All right. Y'all see my guy Lambo? Are you gonna
There we go. We in the building now. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building.
Awesome. Here
There
we
we
go.
go. There we go. There we go. What's up,
Here we
BOJ?
It's my guy. It's Lambo Drew. What's going on, my brother?
Life is good, man. Thank you, BOJ. Thank you for having me on here this morning. You know what time it is. Every day is a great day, man. Every time we wake up in the morning, man. And literally, man, we're living by what we saying, man. Just like the shirt say, man, you can fake a Lambo, but you can't fake a jet. So y'all make sure y'all go on ahead, man, and y'all tap in, man, because we're going to definitely drop some knowledge with y'all.
Oh, he said you can fake a Lambo, but you can't
fake a jet. Man. Come on, man.
You can't fake a jet. You can't fake the elevation. You can't fake the high speed. You can't fake it.
Nah, not at all. Not around here, man. So I'm excited.
Man.
I'm excited, man. You know, we've been trying to do this for quite some time now, BOJ.
I know.
I love that Washington Commanders gear on that you got on right now.
Hey, yes, sir. We just had an awesome close to the season, as I will say. As a Commanders fan, there's no better way other than getting into the playoffs and having our swing in that fight. But since that didn't happen, there's no better way than going out there and putting a spanking on them Cowboys. Can I clap it up one more time?
Clap it up and everything, man. We know them Cowgirl fans out there. I mean, I'm sorry, the Cowboy fans out there. We understand them, what they do out there, you know, but it was a beautiful thing. First of all and foremost, I love to see you and the family there at the Commander Stadium, and y'all was living it up, man. Shout out to BOJ, man, being a leader in this space and actually giving us, man, a close view of what he do, man, in the lifestyle of BOJ. So shout out to you for that, BOJ.
Hey, I gotta clap it up for that one myself, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. I mean, that's what it's about. And a lot of people get it messed up. A lot of people think we're just out here and we're, you know, some people think the worst of us. Some people think we're selfish and that we, you know, we're not trying to give back, you know. And I know I've raised my hand and say I'm not the best upline, and sometimes, you know, I don't handhold for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I roll. I expect people to kind of move how I move, and I've moved a lot and learned a lot just off of doing and getting into the research myself. But to be able to do something like that for my dad is still talking about it. It was my dad's birthday the day before. That day after it was his birthday. And then, of course, having the whole family in the suite on a 40, like right there, good view. Some of my good friends are some confused Cowboys fans. So it was great, man. It was an equal ratio too. We even had a Giants fan that's a good buddy of mine and colleague of mine that was there.
You know, they out there in that region, man. With the Giants.
Everybody. It's a melting pot for real.
Yeah.
Everything.
That DMV area, man, y'all got a lot of great people out there. Shout out to y'all, man, out there in that area, because y'all are doing some big things out there, man.
Hey, man, and we got to give it up for y'all's area too, man. Y'all are doing some things that I personally like. You know, y'all.
What you talking about in this Denver area?
In that Denver, Colorado area, y'all are, without getting into too much, I'll mention this. I will mention that my good guy Deion Sanders is now out there turning things up in that area.
Man, come on now. Y'all know we coming, man. We coming out.
When you talk about we coming, that kind of energy, man, that's what I think that's what makes, you know, those people special, you know, and folks that can resonate with that, you can resonate with that. Some of you that can't, it is what it is. But Deion Sanders is like the epitome of it. It's like the right kind of mindset that even in this space you got to have. You got to know you're a bad man, but you got to know you put that work in to be that bad man. And you know,
well, hold on. When y'all were the Redskins, man, you got to remember Deion was back there, man, lighting it up. You understand?
Hey, so for a year, he gave us a little bit. We gave him some money for it. We sold some jerseys. You know, that's about all it was. But, you know, Deion he was great wherever he went. And that's another testament to his greatness, you know, and a lot of things that he talks about now is he believed that God placed him in all those different places, not because he was some kind of, he was a disruptor, but he was that good kind of disruptor. And there was many franchises that needed that type of disruption. They needed somebody that put in that work and knew they were the best. And they came in there and challenged those that thought they just was going to skate by on what they was doing.
Yeah. And you know what? I heard Deion tell a story, man, with Shannon, right?
about one of the defenders. You heard that, man, not doing his
job. Got into that fight.
Say, man, yeah, he said, man, look, I got this, man, I got this. He said, you making me look bad out here. You know, he said, oh, the second play after that, look up, he came up and stuck him. I say, man, that's how you challenge people, man, to be the best. And that's how we go out here, even in these spaces that we're doing. You know, man. Shout out to you, BOJ, man, because we're only trying to challenge people to be the best.
That's right.
You understand? For those who don't know, man, I started in the credit game, the credit industry. Been doing it for the last 15, 16 years. So I was helping people, man, with personal and business credit. But I was also dibbling and dabbling with the stock game. And me and BOJ talked about that, man. So on one hand, I had the credit game. The other hand, I had the stock game. And I just began to start mastering both crafts till I started seeing and everything. Hey, there's a lot more money, man, out here in this stock market game, you know, and being able to have other avenues where years back ago, most people never even knew about this with the hype space. This is so long ago. And I told people, man, the journey that, you know, it takes and everything, man, somebody, no matter if you're working a job right now, no matter if you're working a business right now, get out here and get into some of these plays. Let your money and everything, man, go further into some of these plays and go learn some of this stuff. That's you know, I credit that and stuff like that, man, for the journey of me watching myself work crazy overtime hours at my job in transportation for almost 20 years before I retired back in 2020. And then allowing myself, man, to kind of like take the nicks and bruises, man, of this. Lambo Drew, you understand? And I think, Jay, man, that a lot of people, man, in their life, they don't understand that the journey is truly what makes it. You're going to have and everything, man, some downfalls. You're going to have some pitfalls. You're going to have some things that don't work out, but stick to it, man. And I think that, you know, as we talk about Dion has been one of them, man, his whole career, you know, he had ups and downs, but he always kept his game face on.
That's
and
right.
For some of y'all out here, man, you know, they may need to just to learn to keep their game face on. And life is going to throw you, man, many blows. You know, it's going to throw you blows up and down. But what are you doing? How are you actually responding to it? Remember this, man. Life is not happening to you. Life is responding to you. And a lot of people, man, don't live by that. They don't understand that. They believe, why me, oh my, you know, this is my life. Why is this these bad things are happening to me? No, it's responding to you. So how you turn around and you respond back to that challenge, it's what you're going to get out of that challenge and what you're going to get out of that life. So we're ecstatic, man, about that, man. We shout out to BOJ for what he has been in the game, because there's probably been a lot of people. I know you've probably seen that. You've got the testimonies like, yo, BOJ helped us out, man, out of a situation where we didn't think that there was going to be a good ending. But all of a sudden it clicked on, you know, the BOJ show, and then boom, he gave us some light. He gave us some hope. He gave us something that allowed us to be able to take the little bit that we had and begin to start blossoming, man, in the revenue streams and begin to start blossoming into other greater streams. So shout out to you for that, man, and being innovative in that. That's what I'm talking about, that we coming, that Dion spirit, you already got that, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate all the things you said about me, but I want to go back. I want to go back to what you said about keeping your game. I don't know if y'all heard that. I don't know that when you said keeping your game face on, like if y'all heard what he said, please put a keep your game face on in the chat, because that is as real as it gets in this space. For me, it has had to be just that way. You know, my posture has had to be that way. And then of course I've had days where I'm not feeling my best. And of course we've had platforms that we expect the best from, and they turn around and do some messed up stuff on us. And we have choices at that moment though. And there's one thing that my dad, he adopted more into my adulthood, but saying this all the time, is the power of choice. It's the beauty of choice. It's the ability to choose how you gonna react, how you gonna deal, how you gonna feel. And while we have that, we can't take it for granted. And I just decided to choose that I was going to always look for more options. I was going to choose to not quit. I was going to choose to stay diversified and follow my own rules. I was going to choose that if I over leverage, like I tell people not to do, I got to take it how I got to take it. You know, I got to take that right here on the chin and move forward. You know what I'm saying? It's not always what you do to get to that brick wall, is what you do to get through that brick wall. And like you said, man, keeping your game face on, man, is so important. So I gotta clap that up, man. Because it's so important. And I appreciate if there's anybody out there I've been able to help, Lambo Jr. We talked about it all the time. I know sometimes it's hard for me to deal with that kind of edification because we're still on the grind. There's still things that I haven't achieved that I want to achieve, man. There's so much outside of this space that I need to get together and move in a smarter, stronger, better way and be more disciplined in this and that. And while people, may give me praise, I have to remind myself and others, I'm not perfect. I never will be. And I say it all the time. This ain't my first mistake. I'm not afraid to make them though. I'm not afraid because in those mistakes are learning lessons. It's not a loss, it's a lesson.
Let me say this to you, man, and this is for anybody out there, man. When you say, man, I'm not perfect and everything, man, look, none of us are.
That's right.
And we're not even on here in this space to even tell you that we're the perfect. We're walking on water and everything else. We don't do that.
That's right.
The thing about it is that your journey is built off of your imperfections and shortcomings.
Mm-hmm.
And that challenge allows you to become a better you every day. That's all you can be is a better you.
That's
better you tomorrow, a better you the next day after that, a better you the next day after that, a better you the next day after that. That's all you can challenge yourself to be. And for those men who are out there, they're always trying to figure out like, man, you know what? My life seems like it's just going in a spiral. It's just really not coming together. Listen, understand that if you are still breathing and still living, you have another chance for something to happen different in your life tomorrow or the next day or the next day after that. Just keep on coming. Don't you stop. Whatever you do. Right. And I think that's what we're out here doing. I mean, I've seen so many people, man, even in this space, you said diversification, diversifying yourself outside of this space. A lot of people don't understand that the spaces that you actually are in, these spaces are actually, man, they help you out. And a lot of the plays that you're running, BOJ, like, at the very beginning, you were kind of like running like plays.
It was hype man. Yeah, that's me.
You already know you're running to get the bag up the heights. That's what it is. It's trial and error. Let's be real. It's trial and error.
That's the real.
Me and Coach Rashid was actually speaking on you, man, after the broadcast a couple days ago. And the one thing that we said the most that we thoroughly enjoyed in seeing was watching you transition from out of some of those plays into some longevity plays that are now giving people a lot more stable and allowing them to say, hey, man, this is a long-term thing. Yep. And that right there is the sign of growth. And us seeing a sign of growth to anything allows us in this space, man, to become dominant and become effective. And we shout out to you. We salute you for that, man. Bringing effective plays each and every week. Give me another consistent platform that's been doing it. And then when a play does fall out, man, because, hey, we don't even everything know the very ending of it. You come back out here and you give us the real and tell us, yo, hey, this player is exiting stage left,
That's right. That's right. And that's, I believe that's what, and when I think about when I first started my channel, right? And I think about the very first platform that I was ever in, Watermine, how I went through when it came to the end, I went through how I felt on each stage, right? Yeah. When I first saw it, is this real? Is this possible? Right? The whole, let me ask around. I asked my dad, well, he was more into crypto than I was. What is a smart contract? What is this? What is that? Is this possible? Just an inquiring mind, right? And I think everyone starts there. Like, you see some of these things that we talk about. It's like, is this possible? And then we get to that stage where it's like, okay, do I trust it enough to go through the process and make a deposit of whether it's time or my finances? Because you have to deposit something. You're going to either deposit the time and the research to figure out what it really is. You get on YouTube, you get on social media, you see who's talking about it, this, that, and the third. Or you're going to just go ahead and say, I'm going to deposit my resources and see if it works for me. All right. So I went through both of those stages. So after that, then figuring out, oh my goodness, this is working. Right. When we get to that stage, it's like, holy crap, I want to throw everything at this. And we have to, at that point, pause and wait and say, hey, look, let's also remember the rules that he talks about all the time. And I didn't have a person that was talking about the rules all the time. I have a person that I could go and watch that said, don't over leverage, don't get out there and put more than you can afford to lose. Find somebody that's actually a part of something before you decide to jump into it. Like all these different things. I went out there and made those mistakes on my own. Right?
Trial and error though.
Trial and error. That's the beauty of growth right there. It's getting out there and failing. It's getting out, but and a lot of people won't catch that. But that's all right. You'll experience that over life. You keep on breathing, you'll figure that out, right?
Yes, yes, you will.
You go through all those different phases, and then you get to the end of a project, right? The end of something that has been working for you for a while. You've been doing daily withdrawals. You had a goal, you had a plan, you started depositing to match your goals and plans. You started to actually see them come to fruition, and then boom, it's gone.
It's gone, man. It's gone.
How do you react to that brick wall?
Listen. I shout out to the big homie, man. I don't know if you know who Doyle is, man. Shout out to the big homie Doyle, man, in the Forex space. Doyle said something, man, that was so powerful. He said, before you guys get out here, you quit your J jobs. You guys are probably in business. Some of you guys are full-time investors or whatever. Make sure that your reserves are actually matching what you see in your head. Your reserves, not your investment, your reserves. Yep. And a lot of people, man, in this space, they kind of get too overexcited. They start seeing and everything, those screen changes, which is called platform money. They see the platform money start going up, and then all of a sudden they start getting ideas in their head. It's like, oh, I can afford this. Oh, I can go get this. Oh, I can go get that. And it's okay to have that. But until that money hits your bank account or hits your wallet, it is not your money. That is continuously platform money. And we always want to go ahead and make sure that we keep aware of everybody, man, who is out there, who is trading. Make sure you're profit taking. Make sure your risk management is a whole lot lower than you're actually, or a whole lot higher. Your risk management is a whole lot higher than your actual losses that are going to be projected to be.
Yes.
So keep that at the forefront of things, man. Continue to keep preaching risk management, because a lot of times in life, we look at, what could we do if we actually had this amount? Well, it will come into fruition if your money is parked in the right vehicles. BLJ, you've been on my channel. You don't understand what I said. I always talk about vehicles. I always talk and speak about putting your money in a vehicle, meaning that put your money in investments that go a lot more further than where you choose to go. But make sure you're putting your money in safe vehicles. The last thing I want to do is to say, and I told this to everybody, if somebody gave me a vehicle that was 40 years old, let's just say if it was a cut dog, we're going to get a 1982 cut dog. You understand? And I'm taking this cut dog from New York City to San Diego, California. The chances are of this cut dog making it from New York City to San Diego, California is very slim. So again, it's a vehicle. Yes, it's running. But everybody know, man, back in the day, I came from New Orleans, so we always kept, man, screwdrivers, pliers, or anything else with that cut dog. You can get out there with that cut dog and fix it on the side of the road yourself. And most of the time, you seen the Cutlasses and the Monte Carlos and the Regals on the side of the road with the hood up. And somebody's in there fixing it and stuff like that, man, with some duct tape, with some pliers. You was with a flathead and a Phillips, man. They was out there, their own mechanic, man.
Shout out to the cut dog.
The cut dog is in the building, man. And I tell people, man, what kind of vehicle are you taking your assets in your longevity with? Are you going to take it in a vehicle that it will sustain you in the long run? Or you will take it in a vehicle that you're deciding, oh, well, I think this is good. Well, that's a cut dog. I'm not getting ready to take a cut dog from New York City to San Diego. But see that 2023 right there? You know, that 2023. You call Denali or even Escalade. What are your boys? I'm just saying, maybe now one of them, I feel more surety that 2023, because it's newer, it's updated, it has all the bells and whistles, but it's also set to go a lot longer because it's because of not having the age, not having the wear and tear. And I see that the vehicle is literally set for different navigations. It's set for different comfortability. So the ride is more comfortable. You know, you're able to sit down and relax and enjoy yourself in that ride.
That's right. That's right.
That's what your vehicle should look like of your investments that you're in. If the vehicles that you are investing in look like it's a Cut Dog or a Monte Carlo or a Regal or even something that look like it's just, we call it a get up boy, you know,
Right.
like get up boy. If it looks like it's like that, I think it needs to time for you to say, you know what, we need to jump ship. We need to go ahead and pivot ourselves, get out of this investment and find us something that's secure. So for the long run, it will help sustain me and my wealth and it help build my portfolio. Make sure your portfolio is diversified too as well. And I always tell people that it's good to go ahead, man, and have more than one shot. If you're out there hunting and you're out there hunting bear, the last thing a hunter want to do is bring one bullet and one gun when he's out there hunting. Because you don't know what the heck is going to happen. If you miss a shot, that's all you have.
Yep.
Make sure that you have enough ammo in whatever that you're doing and whatever your target is and whatever you're shooting at, that you're able to go ahead, man, and hit that target.
That's right.
Man, look, I love BOJ, what you're doing on this channel. You give people enough vehicles so that people can actually go ahead and have more passive income streams, and which I call it automated income streams.
Yeah.
You know, you have automated income streams out there so people can park money into these vehicles and allow these vehicles to go a lot further than what they can ever possibly do if they were just in one direction.
That's right. That's right. I mean, so much to unpack right there. I got to stretch. So much to unpack right there. I got to stretch. Brother, so one thing, and I want to talk about diversification for a second, right? Because I did a little bit of a live other day and I talked about diversification. And this was really inspired by another one of my mentors, Dap, right? And one of the groups he was in that he kind of talks in, he said something along the lines of, because of course, NOVATECH is our number one. It's the one I definitely raise my hand and say, it's my number one platform. You can say whatever you want about it.
You know what my number one platform is, BOJ. You know I'm gonna say Daisy, but I know yours is NOVATECH.
But we know what your number one platform used to be. So we ain't gonna get we ain't gonna get onto that one right now. We know what your favorite platform used to be, Lambo. So we ain't gonna get on that one right now. But back to diversification. He said, we'll get back to that one. We'll get back to all right. But what he said was it's really important to have something that's your mainstay, right? It's important as much as it's important to have diversification in this space and many other spaces. You have to have something that's generating something on a consistent basis for you. Sometimes before you decide that it's time to diversify. You know, sometimes you have to have something that's generating something so that it allows you to say, okay, well, this is making me some money, so I could take some of that, you know, and then go, I'll try this play over here. But instead of spreading yourself so thin in everything without getting a knowledge base, without learning a little bit of one thing so that it can teach you some things about the rest, right? So the beauty on for me really diving into NOVATECH is it taught me so many things about how the space is, right? You have one platform and it's been around for years, right? And it's operating in a certain way. It's showing certain things in its back office. It's paying at certain times. It's giving certain returns and different things of that nature. So it teaches you a lot, right? So when you have something like that, that can teach you, as you learn about it, it allows you to feel more comfortable in this space. So then we get to the next point, risk management. Like you said, we now have platforms that believe so much along with us because we understand that, you know, as the awareness is getting bigger, our awareness on risk management is getting that much bigger. When platforms are coming now, they have risk management built into their platform now. Think about crypto program. It has risk management built into the platform. Think about CMB. It's got risk management built into the platform. It makes you take your money out and not get we all get excited about compound interest, right? That's like the thing, especially us skin folk. I don't know too many of my friends talk about compound interest. We don't have that conversation too often, you know, but when we learn what it is, we get excited, right? But we get so excited sometimes in these platforms, we never take any profit. Like you said, profit taking, we got to do that as well. So the stick and stay in one, coupled with the diversity of many. It's like it's a weird kind of place, but it makes sense.
It does.
It makes sense. So, and that's kind of how I was able to grow just a little bit further and get, for those of you that did not know, and how I got to learn what some of the red flags are in this space. And, you know, it's pretty much the things that I don't see in NOVATECH that I see in other things, or that I see in Daisy. Like you said, one of your favorite platforms, Daisy is killing it right now, bro.
Hey.
And I got people in my comments like, yo, you need to drop another Daisy update. We haven't seen no Daisy videos in a while. I was like, all right, y'all want to see what's going on in Daisy? I'll show you. I'll show you. It can't much add to what you got going on other than another person that's out here in the space doing it. But I mean, anything you want to say, Lambo?
So hold on. Let me say this. With all due respect, Daisy is in, that's my top one, but NOVATECH and funds are in my top 3 as well. So when I tell people that, I say, yo, NOVATECH is only second, only because, and me and BLJ have talked about this, Daisy's got all of these other things that's attached to it. And I've seen that. NOVATECH is his because that's what BLJ has seen. And you guys have to understand that. Like, NOVATECH will never be his. We call him, and I'm gonna say it on here, man. We call him NOVATECH's poster child. Oh, BLJ is NOVATECH's poster child. So we can joke about it.
Wow. Go ahead, brother. I want.
We just want to make sure that they cut that check and they go on ahead and they make sure that they put that behind. So shout out to you, Cynthia. Y'all go get that man, and I'm nominating everything. Y'all spokesperson, BLJ, y'all. Y'all go ahead and put it in the chat. Y'all want BLJ to be the spokesperson for NOVATECH.
Listen, I'm flattered. There ain't no way that I could take that position away from Dap Dunbar.
No, Dap is my guy. Shout out to Dap.
He is the man. Shout out to Dap. He's the guy. He's the poster man.
Yeah. Dap is the man. My guy, Dap. And I love what Dap is doing, man. He's just amazing. He's been a spokesperson. Not just that. Dap comes at it with so many different angles, man. And especially what NOVATECH has done, and then help inspiring people. Dap is a straight coach for those and everything, man, who need to go ahead, be connected. He's a straight coach. Like you said, he's a great mentor. And what the spaces that Dap has been in, he's diversified himself even as well outside of NOVATECH as well.
That's right.
Be ecstatic about that. Get with some leaders and follow leaders, man, that are like that, because those leaders, man, I'm trying to tell you, will go ahead and continue to take you to the promised land.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So Lambo, I gotta, and this is for the people, right? This is for the people that may not know who you are, right? I know we talked about, you brought up briefly, you know, what you've done in the past and different things like that, but we want to talk about what you got going on right now that's touching so many lives right now on a consistent basis. And we've spoken about your YouTube channel, but I just want to give you the chance to just kind of tell the people what it is that you got going on, what your mission is with your channel, and what you want to accomplish.
Well, you know what, Bill, just shout out to you for that, man. Listen, we're just trying to, man, just reach, man, people, man, one podcast at a time. One podcast at a time. You won't see videos, man, like how BLJ does on mine. But on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, people already know, man, at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, we get down on the Leverage Show. And we talk about an array of many different topics, man. You know, whether it's mentally, spiritually, physically, but most of all, financially, we bring it all the way together. And we're just helping empower people, empower a culture to begin to continue to keep moving forward. So if somebody like needs that extra encouragement, they need that extra push in your face, like we're bringing some of the best guests with some of the hottest guests, man, you know, to the Leverage Show so that people get a chance to get that information and they can take that information. Shout out to the big homie Jay Ford and the Penn Group and Passive Croc. Man, them guys, man, have been killing it. And yesterday, for those who missed it, man, Jay Ford's brother was on the show, man. Rashawn Bay was an amazing episode, a little over an hour, but the information that was on there was life-changing. And we talked about a lot of these plays that the wealthy stay wealthy. And I've mastered that craft of why and everything, man. You know, Lambo Drew is Lambo Drew, because it's just not in everything, man, enough to just invest into the stock market. It's just not enough to invest in the crypto. Just not enough to invest in the real estate. You need to have investments in many different strategies in your life and many different vehicles going out. But the main thing you need to take care of is your mental and your spiritual health. Without the mental and the spiritual health, I don't care what you do or how many vehicles you have on the road. I know more billionaires and multimillionaires kill themselves each and every single year. And they die from suicide each and every single year because they have not had nobody to challenge or help them take care of their mental and spiritual health. And not because, you know, somebody didn't see them or they wasn't seen by people. It's just that people overlook some of these signs that people have been carrying weights. You know, we all carry a weight in life, BOJ.
That's right.
Whether
That's right.
everything, man, the measure of the weight and everything, man, may be a little bit smaller or maybe bigger or whatever the case that may be. But the weight of pressure of life affect us all. And sometimes it comes out at the least we expected. And then it comes out in the wrong way because it's a pile up of emotions. And when it's balled up, and we don't take care of that, it literally goes on ahead and brings a lot of self-destruction. Or sometimes, man, it brings a lot of great people, man, into places like who have been in jail, man. They did 99% of the things and everything right. They made 1% of a mistake, and then boom, they locked themselves up in jail because they had a bunch of compound, energy and everything else that was negative on the inside of them. But literally, man, they needed to have that release and somebody to talk to and somebody to be able to reach out to. The leverage show actually gives you that. Yeah, we're going to talk finances, but I got a lot of guys who watch the leverage show who are already there. Their finances are already there. But how can you reach me mentally? How can you reach me visually? You know, is there something different that I can take away of value from the broadcast? And that's what the leverage show does. We help level people up, man, on a different level, on a different scheme. You won't see the same thing each and every single week. And we love that because of that, you know. And with that being said, we're able to go ahead and touch masses of people globally now. Shout out to you, Jay, for definitely giving us shout outs and putting us on the map, man. And I remember I'm texting you when we hit over 10,000 subscribers. And the night when we hit over that, I'm sitting there in front of the computer and I remember like, dude, man, I don't know if I'm going to hit it. And shout out to Jay Ford. He had sent me a message earlier. He's like, Lambo, you get ready to hit 10K. I said, really? He said, yeah. I was watching it. Like, yo, literally on the computer that night, and I'm texting him. We in the weary hours of the night, BOJ, and I'm texting you. And I'm just like, yo, we're here to help change the culture. And if I hit this 10,000, I'm going to pass out. I sent BOJ the message. Am I lying or am I not lying?
No, if you lying, you frying.
I'm frying, man. And literally, I sent you the message when we hit our 10K subscriber, man, and literally passed out almost, man, right after that, because I said, man, it was a lot of work. Starting this vision, starting this journey off, man, a year ago, where, in my culture, it may not seem so sexy to talk about mental health, may not seem so sexy to talk about spiritual health and growth and growing in many different areas. But the moment and everything, man, that we start talking like, oh yeah, well, finances we can get with. But now we're trying to combat all this together and bring this, like what I call it in the South, a big gumbo pot. Everybody start tasting like, oh man, we can eat up off of this. Okay, Lambo, man, we ate up off of this week. We came back the next week. We ate up off of this next week. We came back the next week. We ate up off of this. And to hear, man, some of the greatest leaders, man, who are out there in a space like you and some of the other great guys, man, come back to me and say, man, Lambo, that really touched me, man. That program, you don't even know. I caught 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. I caught the whole thing. It literally went on ahead and blessed me and it helped change my life. Because you never know what a person is going through, even though we stand in front of these mics. We get out here, man, in front of this camera, and we talk to the people. Mentally, you're in a battle each and every single day. Whether good or positive, or negative. We're in a battle each and every single day. For those and everything, man, who needs that help and they need that extra boost, that's what the leverage show is there for. The leverage show is there for to help level you up on many different areas. Some people have had a lot of business deals connected from just the leverage show. They were able to reach out to certain people. Like, oh man, we're trying to do a book. I got authors. We got, therapists come on. We got financial coaches. We got, people and everything, man, who may be in the insurance game. Speaking of that, Rashawn Bay came on there last night, talked about the Rockefeller play with the IUL play. You understand?
Yep.
You can borrow money from your insurance policy, which a lot of people, man, may not know, and that's tax-free. And you don't even have to go ahead, man, and feel bad about doing it because you got a line of credit. And that IUL continuously keep make money from you. You've been in the insurance game, BOJ, so you know about it, man.
I did learn about that. Yes, I did.
So I literally laugh at when the light comes on for our people, for our culture, for people around the world, and they say, man, no one ever taught us that. Well, you're hearing about it on the Leverage Show.
That's
because
right.
We want you to be well-rounded. We want you to be able to move and move well within yourself, man, and being able to be confident, like, man, look, I know what I can do. There is something, there is a way out. Somebody and everything, man, on the Leverage Show, man, told me, man, that I do have hope. There is an exit plan out of this, that there's a greater, brighter pastures, man, if I come up out of this. And because of the Leverage Show, man, it has allowed a lot of people to level up globally, man, and we're so thankful for that. And we're running plays, man. We're going to continue to run all plays. We're going to continue to bring the best guests each and every single week to the platform. When you don't hear them, you're going to hear this voice. You're going to hear this old raspy voice in front of the camera, man. And I'm literally going at you and help inspire you. Most of the people, man, who come on the show, you've seen it, BOJ. They literally are in sync with the show. You understand? And it's any different. Don't never think that when you come to the Leverage Show, we have many different demographics of people and a community, man, who are on there. And I'm telling you what, it is truly an amazing, man. And that's what we're here for.
That's right. I think that's a big thing to mention. I mean, I know we're always trying to inspire people that look like us and do things like us, but sometimes that motivation don't just come from us. You know how that thing is that, and my parents used to say this all the time. It's like they could tell me something over and over and over, right? But you go hear that same thing your parents been telling you from one of your people outside, one of your homeboys, one of these little girls out here, they tell you something. It's like, oh, I got to do this now, right? It's like the same thing when we hear from people from different demographics. It's like if we were to hear the same plays from a white guy or a Hispanic guy, the same kind of risk level they talk about. It's like, well, I can't do that. I can't do that because Johnny said I can't do that.
Yeah.
And I'm not, that's a positive thing. I think if it's used the right way. Of course, there's so many people, and it's no shade on any other race. That's not the play I'm saying, but what it is the willingness to share information with people that don't look like you is what even gets you on that platform in the first place. So that says a lot about both parties to start with. But then you get on there and you're willing to just share from your heart. That's what it's all about. We all have a heart. And those that have a heart that are willing to share with people and give people game. That's why I so much appreciate you, because, I think of myself as a very limited sharer, right?
Yeah.
I share.
You share so much with the community. What are you talking about?
We're pretty dialed into one niche. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling people, I'm not necessarily giving people links to Eric Thomas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily putting them in communication with nutritionists.
Yeah.
Things like that really help you level up for real. Yeah. These are good financial plays. It's a niche play. There's a lot of people that don't even think passive income is real, let alone crypto passive income is real. So I'm real niched up. But when it comes down to the grand scheme of life, you know what I'm saying? To provide so much value on that level, Lambo. This is why we clap it up so many times for you. Because I mean, and of course it takes, we won't get into how old you are because you still look like you're 25. But when it comes down to it, it's about the wisdom. It's about going through some things and you know what I'm saying? And we don't have to talk about any of that if you don't want to, but going through some things allows you, if you don't quit on yourself and you don't quit on the people that care about you for real, it really allows you to see that level up process happen, because it causes you to care enough to make changes.
Yeah.
If it ain't for you, it's for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it becomes, you see the value in doing it for yourself, hopefully eventually. But usually it's you're doing it because somebody else is staring you in the face like, hey, what we gonna do now?
Yeah.
They're looking at you.
They're not looking at anybody else.
Man, I done felt that. I don't even have kids, and I done felt that way. They're looking at me like, hey, bro, what we gonna do now?
I told you, man, everybody knows my journey, and I was very vocal. Years ago, man, Lambo Drew and his wife and kids found ourselves and everything in a place, man, where we were living homeless, man, living out of the back of our truck. And for almost a year. This wasn't no, hey, we're here a couple of days or maybe a week or maybe a month. No, man, this is like a full year. And there was times and everything, man, I tell the story and everything, man, where my wife did not have gas money to go back and forth to do anything. And this is the time of us in Minnesota at the time. So it's super cold at that time in Minnesota. My babies are way smaller and stuff like that. They were super small. And we're sitting up in there, man, you know, trying to figure out what would the next meal be? What would the next provision be? You know, what will we have and everything, man? Now, keep in mind, when we went homeless, it was the day after Christmas. So imagine packing your stuff on Christmas Day. Everything is in boxes around the house. Your kids and everything, man, being able to say, you know what? We don't know and everything, man, what's going on. They're small enough. They don't know what's going on. And then us going on ahead and taking all your possessions, putting it in storage, and then figuring out what your life is going to look like for the next year. You didn't know if you were coming and going. You didn't know and everything, man, if you were going to eat, if you were going to have a place or anything like that. I remember the time of literally going out in front of hotels, literally going on ahead and saying a prayer with me and my wife and 4 kids, and literally saying, you know what? Could you help me out? I don't have any money. I can't even get in here. I can't even afford a one-night stay here. And literally, man, God had put it on people's heart and stuff like that, man, to say, you know what? We're going to bless this family. And literally, man, people were paying for our stays for one night. And one night and everything, man, turned into another night. Another night turned into another week. Another week turned into another week. Another week turned into a month. So literally, we had months of God providing, man, people and blessing people, man, in front of our face that we didn't even have structure to. And then when we say, well, man, you know what? We didn't have any food or really money to eat. We were eating out of food shelves. And then people were like, well, man, what are you talking about? Hey, man, there was free food at the food shelves. We would go get the food from the food shelves and literally bring it back. My wife can testify and tell you, man, that everything we're saying is so. And the people would come back in the hotels. Now, we didn't stay in some of them. For motels, I'm talking about straight up crack, getting pistol, people getting shot, killed, everything else in there with your babies now. Just to have a place over our head and just to say, yo, it's warm. My kids are protected. We're thankful for this. And then continuously to keep moving forward. And a lot of people don't know your struggle. They see you on that platform. They see you in your now. They never see what you went through before then. They don't see and everything, man, all of the heartache and all of the heartbreaks that you've had before then. Now, because of that, that has produced lifelong friendships that we have made with people, you know, for the length of time. And now we see and we're able to give back to more and more people because we see ourselves in those predicaments and once in their shoes. And for somebody who's out there, man, I just want to give the story and everything, man, to you, because that is called the power of one more. The power of one more day, the power of one more week, the power of one more month. Some of you guys may only have hours before something happens or something negative happens or minutes or days or whatever. Keep believing in that power of one more, that God will provide the power of one more day. And just understand that your situation will change. As long as you're breathing and you're waking up in the morning, your situation will change. But the effect of the change predicates on what you're willing to apply and what you're willing to do and what you're willing to let God do in your life. Once you know, most people say we let go and let God. But again, the time and everything, man, if you let go and let God, you're saying, God, okay, when? That's the time frame. You just have to learn to trust the process and continue to keep doing things in spite of. So even if you're in a point where you're like, well, man, God, I'm waiting on something to happen. I'm waiting on this investment to hit. I'm waiting on this crypto to hit. I'm waiting on all of these things to start happening in my life. The power of one more allows you to continue to keep your journey and continue to keep moving on. So don't stop. Don't quit. It is the point where it will make pressure and it will cause you to get to your knees. That's what life does. But I never heard a person, I never seen it, a person go to the gym and literally going ahead and they point at the weight bench and they cry. Oh, this weight bench. No, you don't see that.
That's right.
You don't see that.
That's right.
When somebody and everything, man, is in the gym and they're at the weight bench and they're underneath the bar, yes, it may be heavy. Yes, the resistance and the pressure is coming up against you. But remember, all of your trials, all of your tribulations, everything that you're going through, it builds muscle. So as long as you keep pushing, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, it's building that muscle. Everything that you're going through, all of your shortcomings, all of your fallings, is building that muscle. That's until you become conditioned to your environment.
That's
and for those and everything, man, who maybe need to be out there, man, you may need to hear this. It's okay and everything, man, for you not to be okay, but it's okay not to stay that way. Understanding everything, man, you're being conditioned by your trials. You're being conditioned by the things and your losses and everything that you have experienced against your life. You're being conditioned, but continue to keep pressing. Don't cry over the weight bench or you're in a weight room. That's the weights of life. Just go ahead and continue to keep pressing on and watch you become stronger. Again, your life with everything, man, won't get any easier, but you will become stronger. Remember that.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Man, look.
Now, listen, before you got on here, Lambo, I told the people, I told them what to expect. I told them what to expect.
No, you did, BLJ.
I did. Listen. If I told y'all what to expect, first of all, I need y'all to put a one more in that chat right now. I need y'all to put a one more in that chat because first, I mean, you dropped so much, bro. I just want to unpack just a little bit, right? The one more, man. One more step. One more rep.
Yeah.
One more. If you get one more day to open your eyes, one more breath, one more. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need to keep going.
All you need. Power one more.
All you need.
Power one more.
Keep going. And that's the thing. Like a lot of people in the space, and I hear it all the time. I have people emailing me like, "Oh, I spent my last in this. I went and did this. Can you send me money? Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me?" And I ain't had that in me just yet, Lambo. I ain't had that in me just yet. But the ability to, I just think about myself. I never felt that way when things went down. I just felt like because I've got one more, and maybe this is just because of how, what our belief system is. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't got that talk. Some people ain't got that all the way in their heads and in their hearts. God he's not the creator of fear. He doesn't orchestrate confusion. And as long as we have one more day, we can get right, we can figure it out, and we can keep moving forward because that's what it's about. We're gonna have these moments where we don't necessarily make the right choices or the learning lessons that we have to have, the adversities that we see. And sometimes these adversities are drawn out, right? You said you experienced homelessness for a year. In the coldest of the cold of the United States. It don't get no colder than Minnesota in the United States of America. It don't.
Minnesota, for those who don't know, negative, they told us that it was gonna get negative 23, we laughed. Yeah, right. Negative, ain't no place get negative. It was a negative 23. That we remember that. Now I'm out there. Now keep in mind, I remember the story when my truck ran out of gas because my needle floated. It ran out of gas. It was negative 23 degrees outside with a wind chill of negative 46.
Oh my God.
I remember running out of gas and I was like, oh my God, I literally got to jump out of the truck to go ahead and figure out how I'm going to go ahead and get gas. And I walked to the gas station. Now, Minnesota ain't got a degrees like Denver got. When it gets negative 23, you're going to feel it because that wind coming straight through you. That's a brutal cold. And so I remember walking from there from my truck to the gas station at negative 23 degrees, minus 46 degrees, while my wife and everything and the kids, they all safe back at their place. And, back at the hotel at the time. And I'm sitting up in there like, man, you know what? If I got to do this, this is what I got to do because I knew I would be in front of people one day. I knew I would be connected to people one day. I knew I would be motivating and empowering people one day. I knew that this journey, this chapter, it's not going to last.
That's right.
If I keep going, if I kept pushing, I knew what was going to happen. I remember going to the gas station with my last bit of change, like $20. The gas can at a gas station, y'all know them gas cans be like $15, $20 for the gas can. And then I had to pump at that time, back then, gas was $4 a gallon. I had to pump 1 gallon of gas. I'm keeping it real with y'all. I had to pump 1 gallon of gas in the gas can because literally it came to like $20-some. It was all I had. And I remember going on ahead, walking back from the gas station with the $20 gas can and a $4 gas. And literally put 1 gallon of gas in my tank just so I can go ahead and make it back to work and stuff like that. So when I tell people, man, these stories, like, no, we've all got stories like that. Somewhere in your life, you've got a story, you've got a trial, you've got trauma, you got a tribulation that you have been through. But in that, don't go ahead and just get stuck into that trauma. When you see stuff happen or you see the negative happen, continue to keep pushing. Things will change in your life. I promise you, things will change. Continue to keep pushing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I can just imagine. I can just imagine each step in negative 20 degrees, bro.
Bruh, it was burning my chest. I tell everybody, it felt like
talking about trying to breathe.
Yes. It was breathing. It was burning your chest. It felt like needles. That cold in Minnesota don't feel. That's a different cold. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. And we have been colder than that in negative 30 plus, man, degrees, almost negative 40. Wind chills almost negative 80. So yeah, I'm telling you. So I don't
want to be nowhere where it's like that. This is why we work. People want to know why I get on and do videos every day. It's because of that right there. I don't ever want to be in a spot like that where it gets, I don't even want to know what the wind chill is if it's negative. I don't care if it's negative 20. I don't even want to. It's just cold, and then you put cold as hell. You put that of it. Then that's the only levels.
BOJ, do you know, I'm gonna make you laugh though. I'm gonna make you laugh, BOJ. You know that in Minnesota, man, it's a beautiful city, man, literally, man, from spring through summertime. And I tell everybody, one of the beautifulest cities in America. But do you know that even in negative 20, negative 30, there's people outside still exercising in Minnesota? They run. They actually physically
they're running for their lives. They're literally running for their lives. You see anybody out there doing that? They are literally running for their lives. They have gone outside and quickly realized it was a mistake, and now they're running.
I really say, I say it must be the cold that's affecting these people because I'm being straight up real with you. I'm ready to hit the inside button. This is not the outside weather. It's the inside button and stuff like that. So, man,
that's a fact.
I don't even understand how they do it, but they do it, man. And shout out to all my people, man, in Minnesota, man. Y'all guys are truly, man, with rock stars, man. I got a chance to retire there. So, truly, it's a blessing,
that's awesome. That's awesome. Shout out for retirement too, because that's awesome. And shout out to Minnesota. I glanced at the, it's kind of hard to look at both the Zoom and the comment section, but we've got some people that are chiming in from Minnesota. So shout out to Minnesota. I see your wife in the comments. So shout out to wifey. She's in the building as well. That's always awesome to have the significant others.
Mrs. She got always
supporting, man, always.
She's here support, man, doing what she do. Shout out to you, Sophia. I see my homegirl, man, in here, man. Sophia Ali in the building, man. We used to work together. Sophia at the transit station. So Sophia knows very well working hands down and stuff like that, man.
She said he's right. Man. That's what she said. He's right.
It's serious business, man. So definitely, man. I see the fam in the building, man. It's definitely beautiful, man. But I really want to talk about some of these plays, man, for 2023. Let's talk about some of these plays. Some of I see your top 5. Every last one of your top 5 was my same top 5.
Yeah.
Every last one of your top 5 is my same top 5.
Yep.
And I tell people that. I said, man, y'all don't even understand like how big BOJ's top 5 was for 2023 because I'm like, dude, we're rolling in the same mindset, man.
Yes.
So for those who are out there, I'm telling y'all this right now. Well, my top 5 will be Daisy in front of NOVATECH, but I know yours is NOVATECH first.
We understand why. We can get into why, because I'm sure there's gonna be some people that want to know why that is. So we can get into that.
Yeah, we can get into that. My second one, hands down, is NOVATECH. NOVATECH arguably should be first, right? Let me be real with you. But the structure in the matrix of Daisy, if you've seen it, it's definitely one of those that for longevity and that the payment payout actually for it, man, and the way that you can make lucrative amount of money with Daisy for some of y'all without even referring. You guys can make serious residual money each and every single month without, referring another person just down from in the matrix line. So Daisy and everything, man, is mine because whereas in NOVATECH, man, you do have the hierarchies. Like, I love everything about both programs. Let's keep it 100. When you compare Daisy and NOVATECH, I love everything about both programs. I love the leadership of Daisy. I love the leadership of NOVATECH, especially in everything, man, with Cynthia and Eddie been doing. Like, come on, let's give a shout out, clap that up, man.
Yeah, we gotta clap up Cynthia and Eddie. For sure.
Come on, man. Come on, man. For what they have done in this space, they have allowed people on a global scale for almost 4 years now to be able to gain passively. And even when you see all of the news, man, from NOVATECH, and you guys are hearing all of this news and all of this FUD that they're putting out, NOVATECH has been withstanding the test of time. They have been paying out all of their customers. Yes, you guys have been seeing, things have been taking a little bit longer, but guess what? When you have millions wiped away from a platform because people are doing withdrawals because of these new, the cease and desist letters going up, and now these new Canada and California and all these new regions now are not allowing new people to come in. Well, now that brings FUD, but they still been paying out. They haven't missed payments.
That's right.
And for those and everything needs to know this, if they was the fall of NOVATECH and NOVATECH going down, they would have exited stage left a long time ago. Without giving payouts.
Yeah. We would have never seen anybody. We're seeing people in the comments saying, it's unfortunate I had to leave because I was in Canada, but I got my withdrawal.
But no, and listen, I love what you say on your videos. Those who sit back up in here and who spread the FUD about I've never got paid out, let your video of you getting a payout, go ahead and bring that back in. You won't never see that. You won't never see, hey, NOVATECH campaign be out. You may see it a very small basis, but y'all will drag NOVATECH, y'all will drag the leaders of the space and what they have been doing to help create wealth for people around the world globally. Y'all will drag them down, and we're here to help defend NOVATECH. BOJ, I sent a video, man, the other day, man, that it was precise, of great points.
Oh, yeah.
This brother did his homework. Was it on point?
I had to drop it in my own NOVATECH group, man. I was that impressed. He definitely did his homework, and I had to put it in my own group. I mean, people come with the FUD all the time, man. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate how fast bad news spreads, how fast fear and all that stuff spreads. And I've been just personally challenging people on a minor basis, just like, hey, look, okay, that's fine. If you have the experience, I don't want to take nothing away from your experience because that was your experience. And that's not what we do. Everyone has their own journeys, right? If it was taking longer for me, then I'd be talking about it, right? If things were taking longer for me, like, I'm still waiting on I'll let everybody know, I'm still waiting on a bonus withdrawal from NOVATECH right now, right? But my posture is fine. I'm definitely not tripping about it. But I said all that to say, like, we're not here to spread FUD. We're not here. We're here to make sure that people understand the real. Yeah. Right. And if the real is actually something that's a red flag, that's what we talk about.
Yeah. Yep.
What catches me off guard, and I talk about this too, is when people that are not in NOVATECH.
Oh my goodness.
They're not involved. They don't have no investment. They're just doing a review, right? And I know it happens because people ask me to do reviews on things I'm not in all the time. And I refuse. It don't make sense. It don't make sense for me to talk about anything I'm not experiencing. So we have to be careful who we listen to out here in the space. There's so many people out here. There's a lot of YouTubers out here that are just using the NOVATECH name to build a YouTube and get their YouTube check. They're not worried about, you know, even referral commissions. Some of them are, but most of them aren't. Most of them are just out here just to get their numbers up on YouTube and become popular on YouTube.
All day long, man.
So we have to really be careful about what we intake. All right. Yeah. Who am I listening to? Now, y'all know I used to share my back office in NOVATECH all the time. Of course, because of compliance, we had to stop doing that. Right. Yeah. We had to stop doing that. That's the safer play. But I don't want to rock the boat. We don't want no trouble at the river with NOVATECH. We want everything to keep on running the way it's been running. But there's no question I'm involved with NOVATECH. Yeah. There's no question I have my own capital in NOVATECH. So there's a reason why people are going to come to me for the information.
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, some people haven't got that down yet. They just some people want to fuel how they feel. Facts. Some people aren't looking for, you know, the truth. They just want somebody else to validate how they're feeling. So they're sitting back in fear and FUD, and they're like, oh, this is a scam. This is a scheme. This is everything I thought it was. They want to sit back in that. So they're going to be looking for, they put scam right next to NOVATECH's name in the search. That's all they're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So of course, they ain't going to find me.
Look. When they go there though, I love it because the moment that people see that, I have had people, man, who came up to me personally and I gave them NOVATECH and I gave them another play. And I told them, I said, listen, y'all stick on this NOVATECH. NOVATECH is going to be the go-to. And literally, they came on me and told me like a day or two later, yo, I seen a lot of videos on NOVATECH. I don't know about that. I say, man, I just bought you this.
Right.
They've been saying this 3 years ago.
Right.
Okay, so go back 3 years ago, you will hear the same thing. Consistency and longevity and transparency. Yes. NOVATECH has been just that with its leadership. NOVATECH has been just that with its transparency of what it's doing. Yeah, it may not be the best of platforms that's so smooth and it's moving fast and you see all the glitz and glamour, but it gets the job done.
That's right.
I don't want nobody to go in ahead, man, and to be, you know, ringing bells and stuff like that, man, to me. And then all of a sudden, there's nothing else on the inside. It's hollow.
That's right.
NOVATECH has had meat behind it. It's got stability behind it. And it's been that way. Now, again, we don't know how long these platforms are going to last. And we tell everybody, platforms.
Let me go get my crystal ball real quick. Hold on, Lambo. I'm going to go get my crystal ball. Hold on. Get my crystal. Let me get my crystal ball and tell y'all, not only when the platforms are going to go down, but when the Commanders will win the Super Bowl.
I love it, BOJ. I love it.
Oh man.
It's truth though. We're talking in humor with you guys.
That's right.
This is truth. We're talking about platforms that are lasting longer than a lot of these other pump and dump plays and all of this other stuff that's been happening out here. We're here to keep talking about these plays that have been producing longevity. Look at the history. Look at what is produced and everything, man, for you, your family, and everybody who follows you. Yep. What is produced is being consistent. And the thing about it is that I think, like I said, that's the difference between the cut dog and you know, the 2023 Cadillac. You understand that you're going from New York to California, like which one is going to go the distance? And for those and everything, man, who need a play that continuously has stood the test of time and has gone the distance, and has outlasted a lot of people's other plays that they have done, NOVATECH has been that. You know, we can talk about the demise of COTPS and, you know, Watermine and all of these other ones, you know, Cash FX. It continuously to keep going on. These plays and everything, man, were only fast, quick plays. Y'all looked at the percentages. At one point, we were like that, looking at percentages, looking at high stuff. And there is a platform that does have a high percentage, and we will talk about that. That being in the top 5 and stuff like that, which I know part of the development team. I do know the traders about that. And I can talk you know, about that even more. But NOVATECH may not be the sexiest platform, but NOVATECH and everything, man, it's the most consistent platform.
That's right. That's right. And one more time, let's just clap it up for NOVATECH, because I do want to get into that higher percentage play you were just mentioning. And I want to make sure we're on the same page about which one you are mentioning. I think you're talking about FX Master Gold.
You already know I'm talking about FX Master Gold. That's my right there.
So let's talk about it. Anybody out there that's in FX Master Gold, go ahead and put FXMG in the chat. If you're out there in FX Master Gold, put an FXMG in the chat. We're going to talk about that really quickly. It has been something that has been pretty impressive. I've been really impressed. And of course, I want to preface just a little bit of my experience in different brokers, right? Because I have not been involved with Forex that long, right? It's been probably about a year for me, maybe even a little bit less when we really started getting into Forex plays funded with crypto. That's what got me there. If it was not for the funded with crypto part, I don't know that correlation would have ever been made with me, right? So when we're talking about the brokers and what we've been able to do and sharing different information on PAMMs and copy trading opportunities and things of that nature, Absolute Markets as a broker, right, which is the broker attached to FX Master Gold, they have been what seems to be the biggest I won't say outlier, but the question mark, right? That's where the question mark is, the broker itself. The broker is new, right? I don't know if you know exactly how long the broker has been around.
2021, they actually registered. You know, we know it.
Okay.
We had to talk about this before. They actually did the deal with the traders who actually copy trade off of it. So for those who know, I was there back in the conception, and I kept telling people for months I had something coming. So 2021, they were actually registered. They started taking and everything full clients in 2022, as of January of 2022. Okay. So they've only been around a year. They've been consistent. There has been nothing that they have done out of the contract, because the contract was first negotiated back in May for FX Master Gold with them.
Okay.
So that was back in May. And then they started, I guess, producing results June, July in that area for that, and been paying out ever since for the last 6-7 months. And they've been amazing broker. They've been probably one of the most fastest brokers. Absolute. So originally, let me back this up. Originally, FX Master Gold was going to go with LDQFX, which is over, it's a London base. Okay.
Yep, I've heard of that one.
They were originally going to go with them because they have been one of the most longevity standing brokers that are out there. LQDFX has actually been around for about 9 years now, for those who know that. So they've got longevity. They've been amazing. They've been doing their thing. The reason why Absolute Markets sold to FX Master Gold, because they said, hey, we can do the job. Just give us a chance and let us prove ourselves to them. For so far, I told people it's high risk because of the broker. The traders we trust and everything, we know the traders, they're actually trading on a higher level. For people who have $500,000 and $600,000 accounts and above, that's the exact same trades that come from that. So the exact same trades now, you've seen the Traders Domain turn around and release another high risk play. That's exactly what FXMG is at another broker itself, at another platform itself. So they're on a high scale. So we know that the trades are going to go. We know that they're definitely going to hit. That's not a problem with that. It was the broker. And Absolute Markets, if you have not got in, and man, y'all make sure y'all go click on Bill J's link. Y'all must get in. And I promise y'all, FX Master Gold. Now remember the risk. Again, we're not financial advisors. We got to go ahead and get this disclaimer out.
Oh yeah. And I did give that in the beginning, but we'll say it again. We're not giving anybody any advice. You know what I'm saying? These are just things that we're doing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're not telling anybody to do it. These are just choices that we've made. All right.
Listen, if you had an extra $300 to $600 to experiment with or to put in, that's all it really takes to actually get into that. It's not a big play that you got to bring 5, 10,000, 20,000 in. But if you got an extra $300 to $600, you know, give it a shot for a couple of weeks, a month or two, see exactly what happens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But those who got in, and this is the truth, You got in around Thanksgiving weekend is when it actually went and dropped, you know, the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
If you got in around that time, 10-1, you've made your money back by now. Hands on. You're in the black. I guarantee you're in the black. Whatever you didn't put in, you have made your money hands over. I have watched how they have constantly, they have turned around every question that you ask. If you give them a question, if you email them, the response time has been amazing. If there's an issue, they make sure they take care of the issue right then and there. It's been probably one of the most upfront, fastest brokers that we've ever seen with response time and everything else. I'm telling you right now, LKDFX won't be able to do that. And I've been with them for some time. I can tell you how they actually operate. They don't operate that fast like absolute markets. Neither are you getting in everything, man, the paybacks that you're getting from absolute markets. Come on now.
And listen, that of course, the FX Master Gold opportunity in itself passively is it's been an amazing thing. Like you said, for those of us that have been in since Thanksgiving, you've got your money back. We've already made it, and hopefully you've withdrawn it, and now you're working with, you know, whatever the house will get you at that point. You withdraw as you see fit. Part of risk management strategy. You pick whichever one works for you. But this active side, right now, as a person that has been I like I said, I haven't been in the broker space very long, right? But we've been sharing opportunities, and we have been able to see commissions from sharing those opportunities. Usually in the other brokers that I'm in, NVFX, FXSWAY, Hero FX, it was another one I was in. Wasn't in that long enough to get a payout, but the two that I mentioned, NVFX and FXSWAY, they do a bi-weekly payout on your commission, right? Which is great. Had no problem with it. You do the work for a 2-week period. It's like getting a little paycheck. You know what I'm saying? For those of us who are used to the conventional way of making money, it was like getting a little 2-week paycheck. It was cool. I think the most that I had made in a 2-week span was like $22,000, which I was excited about, right? And that was right before, you know, right before the actual opportunity itself started to dwindle. But and I know a lot of people have this mistaken. They get the opportunity mixed up with the broker. And you know, we have to make sure we're clear about that. But the broker itself has been able to pay out on a daily basis, consistently, the commissions consistently. And whatever the commissions are, whatever you got, of course, it's like backed up a couple days. So today I'll be getting the commissions for the 11th, right? It's the 13th today. So, you know, things like that. But they pay that out every day that you earn them. It's coming 2 days later. And I'm like, I've never seen nothing like that before. So imagine, and of course, this is a person that does not understand the compensation plans from these. I still don't get it, right? People have tried to explain it to me over and over and over. It still has not computed in my head how they come up with this stuff.
With the lot size,
But at the end of the day, it's paying. Somebody asked if FXMG is a PAMM or a copy trade. Do you know the answer to that question? I believe
FXMG is an actual copy trade. It's a copy trade.
But it functions just like the rest of our PAMMs, right? You get attached to it. You know, it's pretty much trading. It's doing its thing, and whatever your balance is, it reflects, you know, the trades happening in your balance, right? So it's very similar. They work very similar. And that's kind of how we've brought it to the channel. It's very similar to the way that we've gotten into different PAMM account opportunities.
Same exact. And that's the feeling that they wanted to have, especially the people, man, who actually started FX Master Gold, man. They wanted to have that same similar feeling, and they wanted to make it easier. And I don't know if anybody has ever been into PAMM accounts like that. Absolute markets is very easy to navigate, man, around.
Yes, it is.
I'm telling you this right now. Very easy to navigate around, very easy to get in contact, man, with support around. You got a question or need anything, man, make sure you go to them, or make sure you're connected with somebody like BOJ or somebody in his group, and they can go ahead and help assist you if you got any questions. So that's always huge, especially what they've been doing and what they've been producing has been amazing. And I'm telling you this, you're doing 10 to 15% a week. Your target is 15%. They've been averaging, I've been telling people there's been about a 10%, you know, just because of holidays and everything else that's been going on. And they've been getting back into the swing of things. But they've been averaging consistently about 10, 11% a week. You understand? So I give people that. Now, in the past, they've actually had the 15% that was hitting that mark up until when they released right after Thanksgiving. It's kind of been, 15% or right underneath 15%. And I tell people that. So keep that in mind and stuff like that. They're not promising anything. Every day, it's a different day. They take few trades a day. They take anywhere between 3 trades, as much as 6 trades. They in and out. They do not go ahead and trade and everything, man, that much. So for those and everything, man, who think that they may be really scaling up and they're taking a bunch of trades, they don't do that. And I'm loving everything, man. The skilled traders of how they've been together over 15 years now. Or actually knowing, I ain't gonna say been together because 2 of them and everything, man, have traded together. The other 2 and everything have traded differently, different parts and everything, man, of the world. But 15 years collectively, they have traded together and stuff like that, man. And they've been doing very well. So shout out to them and everything, man, for what they've been doing. That's really an amazing strategy, what they've been doing, trading gold. And then they're actually almost on the same style of scalp trading, believe it or not. And so scalp trading, for those who know that, and that style of trading and everything, it's very profitable in that style of trading. So for those and everything, man, who needs to know, hey, you don't need to know everything. If you need to know, you want to learn to trade, you may want to go join the class. BOJ has already said, vividly on his broadcast, yo, I'm not here to learn all of that. I'm just here to let him know if it makes money.
Some of y'all can see it on my face right now. I'm just like, he said scalping. Now we're already moved down the rabbit hole. I ain't dug too deep in yet.
I already know. But I love to give people the real, to let people know that if you're gonna get into PAMM accounts, there's 2 types and everything, but there's several different trading types. The most successful PAMM accounts I have seen has been a scalping method. And those and everything, man, who know how to scalp very well, I promise you, they're gonna make a lot of money. They're gonna make a lot of money. So I'm just trying to tell you and everything, man, that it's more for you guys to get involved into that platform. If you guys got a little extra and you say, hey, man, I'm willing to risk it and see, we don't know. The broker can be here today and gone tomorrow. And I tell people that.
That's right.
It can be here today and gone tomorrow. It can be gone next week. It can be gone next month. It can be gone next. But if it's working right now, and if you got the ability to ride it out, ride it out.
That's
it may go on ahead and do some justice and everything, man, that say it lasts for 5-6 months for some of y'all. What the difference would be if almost every 5 to 6 or 7 weeks, you're getting your principal back. What would that do for you? What would that opportunity do for somebody that you can share it with?
That's right.
You don't know how it might just change their lives and change their lives dramatically. We got people right now, man. Shout out to Passive Income Croc, man, and all of those guys, where he turned around and he decided to say, yo, I'm going to show people my journey. I'm going to make a 1K a week in this journey. And he was actually showing people and everything, yo, this is my journey. If you park this amount in here, this will come back out. We've got other opportunities just like that me and BOJ are part of. They're on the private side of things. You can reach out to BOJ. I know he'll go ahead, man, and kind of explain that to you guys. That they're doing the same thing. And some of them are even probably doing even bigger scales than that. We're ecstatic to be a part of the programs that do work and that do have a longevity and consistency behind it.
That's right.
Like I said, FX Master Gold has been that. It has been producing. It has been changing a lot of people's lives. People, man, who've been new to trading, who have never even deposited in a NOVATECH or haven't deposited in anything. Their first platform is FX Master Gold.
FX Master Gold.
I was telling them, I was like, dude, y'all the winner. Like y'all coming out the gate, like, running and stuff like that.
They want to see, and people want to see results. They want to see things quick. Like they ask, they understand, and a lot of things in the space are risky, right? We understand the risk.
Yes.
So already here to make that risk. This is why they're here, right? If and I don't want to make this too big a deal in the chat, but if y'all understand the risk of this space, put risk in the chat. We understand. That's what we're here to do. We're here to take our money that isn't doing anything for us in the traditional ways. We're here to take that to the next level. We're here to level that up. We're here to shoot it on a trajectory like this, and not so much like this, and definitely not this.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
We're on an upward trajectory, man.
We want up. That's what we want. So, and I'm blessed that, you know, me and you both, we've been through so much in this space to learn the things that we've learned in order to point people in the right directions. Of course, we don't tell anybody what to do. We just show them this is a way that you can navigate this space. If this is the space you choose to park some capital in. You know, it's crypto. It's already risky on itself, but there are things to look for. There are opportunities that grow fast, grow slow, and we want to avoid the ones that don't grow at all. You know, and plenty of those. And sometimes you won't be able to avoid them. You know, sometimes everything is working the way it says it's supposed to work for a certain amount of time. Only they know when they're going to go, right?
When the
only they know.
Was going to happen.
And of course, I have to bring this up because we talk about what your favorite platform is now, right?
Oh,
we know that is Daisy now.
Oh boy. It's been Daisy for about a year. I've been telling people for months, but my first one, and I know what he's getting ready to say. My first one exited stage left, you know. Unfortunately, we seen the signs though back in November, December with them. And all of a sudden, next minute, you know what happened and stuff like that. They exited stage left. And that is mail trade. We're gonna get on mail trade. We're gonna get on mail trade. Let's talk about it. In my Croc voice, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
So you know, mail trade was one of those ones that was definitely doing what it was doing. You know, I know we've made everything, man. Our money back. We've made passive income. We were already in the black and stuff like that, man. Like literally, we have made so much money. So I have to clap them up on that. They stayed around.
We'll give them a half clap.
We give them a half clap. They stayed around enough, right? So that people could actually make passive income. If you got in it early, you made your money back, and you definitely did some great things. But we're ecstatic about that. The only thing the difference is that we knew mail trade for some form of fashion was probably going to go ahead and exit stage left because of the projected amounts daily that they were doing. You understand? Consistently, I'm being real with y'all, consistently in this space, when you have a platform that is literally like mail trade, and they're doing 1.4, 1.8, 2.3% a day, and they're guaranteeing it, that is literally a red flag that, hey, something may exit stage left. We don't know what's going to happen. It was great for the time being. And it did everything they say that they were going to do up until this end of this year. I'm not going to lie. If we look at mail trade to compare to E-mini FX, it lasted longer than E-mini FX. Paid out even almost as much as E-mini. Actually, probably paid out more than E-mini FX if we looked at it. But again, there are certain flags that you can look for when you guys are investing. And you guys must see that when I'm not talking about these, when mail trade started coming out with so many of those, hey, we're getting ready to go ahead and do this bonus. Hey, we're getting ready to go do this promotion. Hey, we're getting ready to go do this. There's a lot of those things. Anytime you see that many promotions, that many bonuses, that many plays, I'm like, dude, they became out a bonus like every 2 to 3 weeks the last couple of months. And you've seen that.
That's right.
And when that happens, automatically, I love what BOJ was saying, man, on his shows each and every single time. Hey, we know the risk that we're playing with this space here. And literally, I'm just letting you know these platforms to be here today and gone tomorrow. That was literally giving you guys coaching that from our experience, we like to see percentages up to between 1 to 4, 0. We love to see percentages between, not a set percentage.
That's right.
Anytime you see a set percentage, I can almost guarantee you this project is not going to last that long.
It's got a shelf life that is pretty short, possibly.
Anytime you see that, and no disrespect to any platform that you guys are in, but anytime you see there's a set percentage, No, you're set. You're going to get this 2% a day. How am I going to get that?
Right.
What am I doing to get
How
that?
can you guarantee that? The market
How can you-
moves the way it moves. How do you just guarantee? There
The
are no
volatility
guarantees.
of these markets, you won't be able to do that.
That's right.
It just doesn't do that. And
That's right.
so the only time I've ever seen something that has been like that, where it's a lot daily principal, I mean, it's a lot daily return, has been on the staking side of things.
Yeah.
Okay. Staking side of things have been like that, but even that has a risk factor. And some of the staking side has actually faltered. So you have to go ahead, man, and to keep yourself, you know, to be very, very aware of these opportunities that people are putting out here, that you're checking out over the internet, that somebody is bringing back and forth to you. Make sure that you're literally looking out all of the details. A lot of these plays that people are actually bringing, they're the same plays, just repackaged up, that a site went down 4 months ago, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, 1 year ago, year and a half ago. They're the same thing repackaged. And then they give it to the novice person who may not know. And then boom, they take it and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, their money gets dwindled down the drain. We're trying to go ahead and keep you guys staying away from plays like that and allowing you guys and everything, man, to be in more better plays for you guys for the long run. So that's our biggest thing. Let's be in some more better plays for the long run.
You went out for a second, brother.
Yeah, I see you just froze up there, BOJ. I was sitting in there like, what the heck is going on and stuff like that, man, with BOJ.
I had turned off. I realized I still had my Daisy. Oh,
the VPN.
I was trying to turn it off.
Man, I was sitting there wondering, like, man, what's going on with him and stuff like that, man.
I think we should be good now. We should be good now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's. I mean, like you said, when we experience, and that's why I brought it up, just to speak on some of the red flags in the space, you know, and me and you had talked about it, and we talked about what my concerns were when I started. That doesn't always stop me from joining anything. I may still do it just to test and see how long it'll last. Just to put a little skin in the game, see how it works, because that's how I got my start. There were all these hypes out here, 2%, 3%. We've seen 10% a day last for a couple of weeks. Like we've seen it, all this crazy stuff, but a lot of them had guarantees, and a lot of them, if not all of them, I believe 100% of the ones that I was in went away. Every single platform that has had a guaranteed return, every single one has gone away at some point. The only ones that have stood the test of time are the ones that don't say much to you about what they doing. They said, look, we can't promise you anything, but what we give you is what we give you. Be grateful, be happy, and keep on moving forward. Those are the ones that have stood the test of time.
And those are the ones that have blessed us, man, tremendously. That's why we're part of these ones like this. You know, and that's why I'm also excited about that number 4. I think it was number 4 on your list at that point, man.
Yeah.
Was it number 4 on your list? Did crypto program?
Talking about big CP.
CP, crypto program. Let's clap it up for that, man.
Let's CP in the chat right now. We're going to clap it up before we even get started. We got to clap it up for the crypto program. Because this has got to be one of the most impressive plays of the year.
Hands down.
Already.
Hands down. I love crypto program just because of what it actually entails. And crypto program, actually, with the Google ads and the Google search trafficking and stuff like that, that has been a market that people have literally made serious money a day already with CP. And that literally, man, stabilizes your file. If the program continuously to keep lasting the way it's doing, and Ed has just been amazing with that, man. Shout out to him and his team. Dude, if that program continues to keep lasting the way it's lasting, I look for a crypto program allowing people in 2023 to be definitely debt-free and giving out a huge source of just straight income. Because I'm trying to tell you this right now, crypto program and everything, man, when I remember sharing it, some of the numbers with you, before it came out, you remember that, and you was just like, Lambo, what did you do? I say, man, look, just look at these numbers, BOJ. Look at these numbers real quick. And I remember you was looking at the numbers, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm like, if they come in with this is what they get. If they come in with this is what they get. They come in with this is what they get. And I'm laughing because it hasn't been more easier for a person to come in with something that's guaranteeing you 25%, that the risk level reduces month by month.
That's right.
There is only one other program, and people who do know this, that crypto program is literally the exact same model of another program that's in a private side that you literally have to come in with 25K. Crypto program is the exact same, it's the exact same model, the exact same way, the exact same way.
So you mean to tell me there's something that works out there that's the same way? It's the same kind of automated return. It's the same type of, if you're sharing it with somebody, whatever the referral commission is, it goes straight to your wallet.
Straight to your wallet.
Whatever returns is set up to make it risk managed for you, because it literally sends it back to your wallet when you're supposed to get your return.
Exactly. Same thing. Same way.
So think about that, ladies and gentlemen. The opportunity, of course, not all of us have just 25K readily available to jump into something like that, right? Yeah. The opportunity for this to allow us to come in at $550 and have that same type of technology, right? Because that's what it is. This is technology at work, ladies and gentlemen. This is advertising. This is paying for advertising. This is much more than we even can comprehend. And then on top of that, we've got our own wallets attached to it. We don't have to jump in and look at what you call it, platform money. We don't have to do all that. It quickly turns from platform money to wallet money.
Wallet money, your money, your money.
You gotta clap it up for that.
ASAP.
You don't talk about what that platform is, because I don't know that you've shared that with me yet. But
no, I did. We talked about that and stuff like that.
I don't know. And I wanted to say something while you were saying that. You said you told me about this. I don't know if you told me about this, because I know I
did. I did. We'll talk about that off camera. We'll talk about that.
We'll say that for off camera. But I do want to do a quick shout out to Jamsey, because Jamsey is a great leader in this space, and he put a lot of info for the both of us. I know that's somebody that we look to for, and the way that he handles things, the way that he does things, you can tell he's serious about this space. He's serious about what he does and his foothold in this space. You know, I've seen him pull out of platforms like, this don't look right, I'm out.
That's my guy.
I love it. Like, and then in that same breath, maybe not the same breath, but if he finds out information that he says, well, maybe I wasn't all the way right in pulling out, let me go ahead and make sure people know that I'm back in.
Love it. Love that about it. Love that.
I love it.
So you know when the FUD came out, and this is all truth. This is all truth. When the FUD came out with FX Master Gold and Absolute Markets, right? Mm-hmm. I had to hit Jam up and be like, yo, this is not right. This is not true. And Jam was like, yo, Lambo, this is what's going on. This is what they're saying. I say, bro, I'm telling you, like, I know for a fact that's not true. There's a lie to that. So I hit him and two of the other guys up and everything, man, who were talking about that. And then everybody had a massive pullout. Remember that first weekend? Yeah. That first weekend that it dropped, everybody had a massive pullout. There was this big scare. And I was telling people, I literally had to tell them, they said, well, Lambo, man, talk with us. So I went to showing receipts back of me talking months ago to get this thing done and talking with the actual team about this. I said, well, Lambo, all we can do is take this guy at his word. He hasn't really showed us this. We just got emails and stuff like that. Right. Literally, man, before they had to go back to break the news and go back publicly, they came back and literally put it even in my, like, yo, Lambo, we're sorry about that. It was all FUD. The dude said this and everything. They said, man, you was right. I said, man, look, I told y'all. Yep. You understand? Like, dude, this happens in this space and that people can't wait to do this. And then they came back like, the next day after that, like, yo, he tried to sell us with another program and tried to get us into this other program. I say, man, what did I tell y'all? I told y'all, man, dude, I know for a fact, if it would have had to been something different, then I would have told y'all, hey, it's something different. But this has been solid. They have been rocking, and I'm ecstatic. So just how crypto program is like literally the entry level at 550 that you can get in to that higher scale program. That was the same thing as FX Master Gold. That's a higher platform that some of you guys have to have 250K, 500K to actually get in. That's that same platform that it made it affordable for people to be able to get in and get debt free. I love it. I love the concept of that. You understand? And that's what we're here about, man. BOJ is here to share these opportunities with you guys, to talk with you guys about that. Like, hey, you know, for those and everything who have, you know, a couple few $100 or $1,000, a couple thousand laying around, and you guys want to see, you know, something happen with it, you may want to go ahead and jump into these programs. These programs right here may help change the trajectory of your family, of your life, or anything else that you truly desire to have. So we're thankful for people like BOJ being out here in this space, talking about these type of opportunities. Because other than that, most people wouldn't even know that these things even exist.
That's right. That's right. And I know I didn't, and I saw, and sometimes, and just to kind of get on why I started a YouTube channel, for anybody that's out there that's considering it, right? For anybody that's out there considering talking about this journey, and you may feel that at this point it might be oversaturated or something like that. First of all, it's not. There's not enough people out here talking about this stuff on a daily basis. There just aren't. I kind of switched up the game a little bit by coming out every day and talking about something. And even me, I don't come on every day no more. I don't do that. But when you're starting out, when you're really getting started, really take this space as a badge of honor. Take your investments or whatever your deposits are. It's a badge of honor. You're already a level above most of the people that are out here talking about it anyway. Because there's people out here talking about ain't got no skin in the game at all. I'll say it like this. They put time into maybe their research or something like that, and they feel confident enough to put out a video based on what they've read. But that's not what the people that play, we don't listen to those folk. The people that really play, we listen to the folk that are out here doing it for real, seeing results, making money. And listen, we don't bring things that haven't worked for us or have worked for somebody else. That's the bottom line. If people can, you know, and some people have sent me stuff all the time. I either look at it or I don't. But if you ain't in it and if you're not making money, then it's most times we not talking about it here. And I already got 12 different things on the docket. And we talked about my top 5. I got many things.
Your top 5 and my top 5 are the exact
same thing. It's
so
like,
what does that tell you?
It's like Stephen A. Smith and Michael Irvin putting up the same top 5 football teams, just in a different order. Different order. But that tells you a lot. To have 5 platforms, to have 5,
bruh,
that's worth clapping up right there.
Right there, clap that up.
On the top 5.
We
got 5 plays that you can get in and feel that you can move around and have some wiggle room and see different type of returns. You may have a slow, not so sexy return. Then you might have a one-time payment type of return, but it's a nice return, right? 25%, pretty good. Then you got something that can pay you every day at a high level. At FX Master Gold, you can make withdrawals from that thing every day if you want to. So that's, I mean, we're just excited. If y'all can't tell, me and Lambo are excited about this space. We're excited about 2023. And the reason that I know we got to kind of cut it short, because I got dogs out here letting me know they got to all that different stuff. But listen, I first of all, I want to thank you and give you your applause right now just for joining us. This is long overdue. I know I've told you, ain't no way I'm getting back on your show. You ain't about to have me on your show 3 times, Lambo, and I ain't had you on my channel. So I'm glad that we could get on today. I know it's impromptu for anybody that watches my channel. We kind of said it this week and said, hey, let's shoot for this day, and then let's shoot for this time, and we just kind of made it work. But I just want to thank you for dropping all the knowledge that you've dropped in just a short. I mean, we've been on here for about 2 hours, almost 2 hours. Just been from anywhere from motivation, like we all said before we got on here, the motivation, the mindset, having different plays, not just in this space, but you know, you were in stocks, you're business building, you're mentoring, you're doing so many different things. So before I let you go, right, I want to give you one last chance to drop whatever you want to drop on the people. And then I want you to let them know how they can contact you, however you want to be contacted. All right. That's very important. However he wants to be contacted. All right. Some of y'all crazy. Okay.
Well, listen, y'all, I truly really want to thank BOJ, man. I really don't think that, you know, we always say it and everything, man. Don't wait till my head get cold to give me my flowers. Give me my flowers while I'm here, while I'm breathing. Right. And I truly want to give BOJ his flowers. So hit that clap up button, y'all. This from all of us in this live, from this channel, from whoever who's tapped in. Y'all make sure, put some flowers in the comments or whatever for BOJ, man. Give this man his flowers now. We don't see many people in this space who not only in everything, man, talk about the good, but who also talks about the bad, the ugly, the in-between, the not so right. There are not, and far few many people, man, who are like you in this space, BOJ. So I truly want to go ahead and give you your flowers, man, for what you've been doing and literally helping people around the world on a cultural level. I also want to give, man, props to your pops, man. Your pops and your moms are two people and everything, man, who are unsung heroes that I do think, man, you know, they really go unsung because you really and everything, man, don't talk about them too much, man, on your broadcast, man. But shout out to your dad, man, and your mom just for paving the ground, man. And definitely happy birthday to Pops. I got a chance to be able to see him, man, out there, man, even out there, man, on IG and stuff like that. The Smithsonian Project, that should be him, right? Shout out to Pops and everything, man. I got you, Pops, man, for what y'all have done. And me and BOJ being able to talk about you guys, man, and even Mom Dukes, man, it's just a blessing. And seeing able to get the energy, the posture, the poise to come out here, man, and all that you do to get out here and get this energy to people. People don't understand the background of where that comes from and who that comes from. So I truly want to salute them, you know, first and foremost, man. So thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Thank the parents, man, for what they have been doing. They've been truly amazing. Shout out to my parents, man. But I truly want to go ahead, man, and I want to challenge people out there today. If this broadcast has done nothing to you and everything, man, I hope that it challenges you in so many ways, that it challenges you in ways to become a better you each and every single day. It challenges you that you will get better, but you will get stronger as well each and every single trial that you may go through. Things and everything, man, may be rough right now. They may be a little tight. They may be going through some things. I don't know. It may be physically, health-wise. It may be financially. It may be things within your marriage. I don't know. Things within your personal self, your kids, your job. Things will change. Just need to know that you literally have a plan. There's an outcome. There's a brighter future. There's something that is before you that is greater. You just need to keep reaching for that and don't let go of that vision that is on the inside of you, because it shall come to pass. Make sure that you are putting application behind the information that you receive. And I promise you, manifestation will happen in your life. That's another thing, man. I just wanted to give that to people, man. Let people know that, man, that we are here, man, to go ahead, man, and give that and drop these bars for people. Again, man, we're coming out with some big plays this year. Y'all want to stay tapped in. Stay tapped in, stay tapped in. Literally, I've been working with some of the best behind closed doors, man, on getting some other financial projects together. Me and you have already talked about this, BOJ. I literally, man, have a couple of plays that are right now. We've been working on them for the last couple of weeks. I had people, man, for the last week, they haven't even really heard from me. Like, man, Lambo, what's going on, man? You know, they probably start shaking in their boots. Like, Lambo, we ain't heard from you and everything, man. It must be something negative happening. You know, and they start thinking different things. No. We literally, man, were testing out, man, different platforms and then making sure that they get the right platform so that it can go ahead and be given to the masses and you guys can be seen, that you guys are able to make money. So we literally, man, are coming out with some big stuff. Stay tapped in, stay tuned in. I'm going to actually have you definitely drop it on your platform too, because it's going to really bless your people, your community, man, and everybody else. But definitely it's going to be something that leverages you on a smaller basis, on a bigger pot, and that you're able to make a bigger and everything, man, return from an actual managed broker as well. So it's definitely, man, something that people have been out here struggling with. And they haven't really found the right solution out there. And I've been looking at people, and I say, well, hey, what if we do this and stuff like that? And I knew the right people to connect, and it was just getting the right platform that was needed for it. And truly and everything, man, we got the right platform and stuff like that now as of this week. So be in the next coming weeks and next coming months, be able to be on the lookout for that. We're going to release that. It's going to blow people's mind. People are going to be able to go ahead, man. And I talk to people and everything, man, about it. You're going to be able to have access to hundreds of thousands to millions and everything, man, to actually help do some things and help further some things, man, for the projects that you want to do, and actually are doing consistent payouts, man. Yes, dude, sir. It's really going to be tapped in and stay plugged. So definitely tap in for that. Tap into the Leverage Show, man. I want y'all to go ahead. Y'all can follow me on YouTube, man, at Lambo Drew TMT, Lambo Drew TMT, LAMBO DREW TMT, the money team or the movie trailer. It doesn't matter. TMT. Y'all make sure y'all go follow and everything that. Literally, I'm on Instagram, man. Y'all follow me at IG, man, at Lambo Drew _TMT, Lambo Drew _TMT. Y'all can go ahead, man, and make sure y'all tap into that. I'm officially on TikTok.
Yes,
me
sir.
Me and BOJ, clap it up for TikTok. Me and BOJ, man, are definitely in the building, man, on TikTok. So definitely, man, follow us on TikTok, man. And I think that's at Lambo Drew too as well, TMT, Lambo Drew TMT. So follow me on TikTok, man. And I'll be definitely releasing some more content pretty soon. We're excited about that, man, and definitely to help you guys level up, man, all 2023. BOJ, we gotta have to work on this TikTok thing, man.
We gonna work on it. You seen I don't do nothing crazy. You don't got me on here doing like different
none of that.
Like that. You know what I'm saying? We a little bit of jazz hands maybe, but
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're trying to figure it out, but I'm gonna be going live on TikTok for the first time probably tomorrow. I'm just trying to get my setup right. It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna do it right here from the office. They're gonna be able to see my bank and Gerald. We're gonna deal with all the trolls. We're gonna deal with all the people that don't think passive income is real. And if y'all want to be tapped into that, make sure y'all join us on TikTok. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, Bank of Gerald, just like you found me here. And we're gonna have a good time. And then we're gonna start having guests on TikTok too, so we can start battling these trolls together. We're gonna start swiping them down, just like he's out there. He's got his Corvette in his garage. He's like, what is it today? It's a Lambo today. No, it's a McLaren today. No, it's a Audi today. No, it's whatever y'all want it to be. It's so much fun, and we're learning step by step, and we'll learn together, man. That's what it's all about. We're learning.
That was great to me, man.
Just about how to expose more people to this amazing information that we talk about on a regular basis, and then of course even deeper than that, the mindset that it takes to be successful. The mindset that it's I forget who said it, but it's Dr. Dre said this on a Kendrick album. I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan, and Dr. Dre said this. He said it's not getting. I'm paraphrasing, but it's not getting the house that's hard.
No,
it's keeping that mug.
Keeping that bad boy, man.
That's what it's about, and it's not just about having the finances to do it. It's about the mindset to make it important enough to handle business. You know what I'm saying? Still understanding everything that goes around it. And I'm still, of course, spending enough time with our families and making sure that we're giving back to the people that love us and support us in this journey. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be here without those people as well. So we want to give a quick shout out before we get out to our wives, our lovely wives. Thank you for all the support that you've given us. I know I stay locked up in this room pretty often, but I make this joke, as long as that car is swipe, my baby's all right. She's all right. Car swipe, we good.
Facts on that, man.
Thank you, Lambo, so much. Thank you so much for your time, man. Y'all give it up one more time for Lambo Drew, y'all. Make sure you follow him. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, wealth of information. Join him every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, correct?
Correct.
Eastern. He's always going live, and if it ain't just him, it's always somebody heavy hitting. I know he was honest earlier, but he's always got some heavy hitters on his show. Lambo
Yeah.
Drew. Y'all need to go and check that out. Follow his page. If you miss any of his I missed the one on Thursday, so I need to go back. Right.
Yeah.
So we all gonna be going back, and we're gonna be watching us some Lambo Drew today. Thank you so much, Lambo. We so appreciate your time. And I'm gonna go and get these dogs walked so they can handle their business. But me and you gonna talk, my brother.
We will.
Talk.
We will.
Yes, sir.
You already know, man. Let's make it happen, man.
Let's
Love y'all. Thank y'all, man.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Before I go, I want to remind everybody, I'm not a financial advisor. We are not financial advisors. And this is not financial advice. We're just a couple dudes on here showing you guys how we rock and roll, how I crank that crypto, and how he does everything with that and else. You know what I'm saying? We're just doing that from the kindness of our hearts. We're not trying to steer anybody in no negative direction. We're just trying to show y'all why we are so excited about life, why we're so excited about 2023 and all the great things that are here to come. And remember, press that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like this video so that people can come back to it and be blessed by it later, today, tomorrow, next month, next year. We want people to be blessed by this as long as it's online, and I plan on it being online forever. You can just call it digital real estate. It's going to be here. All right. Thank y'all for your time, and we will see y'all on the next one.